present for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once again, the support your energy will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the Thursday, May 5, 2022 edition of Inside Nigeria. My name is Bode Gbadeba. Of course, joining me this morning for this show is our in-house analyst, Paul Agbo. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Inside Nigeria.
It's a pleasure.
Despite your busy schedule on the business development desk, looking for money for us, while we do the talking, you get money for us, we get paid at the end of the month.
A journalist is always a journalist.
Thank you, Paul, for joining us. Viewers, as usual, we shall be looking at front page list stories on the front pages of some national dailies, starting with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, The Leadership, and as well have a discussion about a trending issue of the day. And of course, already you have Leadership on your screen. On the front page of Leadership this morning, 2023 presidency, protesters invade APC PDP secretariats, want party ticket zoned to South. 2023 presidency, protesters invade APC PDP secretariats, want party tickets zoned to South. APC records high turnout of presidential hopefuls as Fayemi, Badaru, Akabio, Oshomole declare Amosun joins race today. Party's presidential aspirant now 20. Bakari declares Monday. It's good for democracy, according to APC national leader Tinubu. Olawepo Hashim picks nomination form today, says New Nigeria possible. Let me start from that last rider. Olawepo Hashim picks nomination form today, says New Nigeria possible. So, Paul, is New Nigeria possible?
Yes, it is. You cannot deny new entrants like
Olawepo Hashim.
Yes, Hashim that opportunity to vie for the highest position in the land. While it's good for democracy, it shows that we are growing and that anybody can aspire for anything in this country.
Exactly.
Yes, for as long as within the legal framework, the constitutional,
the confines of the law.
Yes. It's not a bad thing. It's good for us. But these protesters invading APC, PDP secretariats,
calling for power rotation.
Yes, I think we're bigger than that. I'm from also a state where we suffer this issue of zoning, teen minority, and I keep on telling my people, democracy is a game of number. If you want something, you go for it because they say power is not served by a la carte. You have to struggle for it.
Buffet.
Yes.
Choose what you want.
Yes, you have to struggle for it. So these protesters, on what basis? Why are they protesting? That power must go to the south. Did anybody protest when against Jonathan when power went to the south?
So that was unnecessary.
Yes. So what I keep on telling my brothers, especially those from the southeast, who have been the loudest on this issue of zoning, that how much of advocacy have you done?
Exactly.
Look at the way some of these aspirants have been going around. The Wikes, the Amechis,
Pius Peter Obi.
They would have started this journey of advocacy last year. Nigerians, they would have been visiting all the states in the north, the key traditional institutions, key religious leaders, right from last year, not now. And you will not blame the APC for allowing everybody to pick form because they are also planning, they are trying to be strategic. They are matching the PDP because and I can understand why people are not coming from the northeast, from the north central, from the northwest and other parts of the country, from the APC. Because if anywhere the PDP swings to, they also try to balance it. They'll match it. So with the entrance of this young chap like Dr. Ibrahim Dauda, they proposed, the rumored Senate president of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Lawa joining the race, and others, especially from the Northeast, is to match a possible article candidacy of the PDP.
Exactly.
So if the PDP picks a candidate from the Northeast, for the North Central, the APC will have somebody already to match PDP. So it's game of number and game of strategy. The parties are trying to be strategic because it's all about winning the election. And anyhow you win it, so far as within the legal framework of election, it doesn't matter. What the party wants is, I want to maintain power, I want to retain power, or PDP wants to capture power. So any strategy is deployed and it works fine and good. So all these protesters, it won't work. It won't work.
It's not about protest.
It's not about protest.
It's about homework.
It's about homework. It's about strategy. If you want it, you have started your advocacy, your diplomacy. It's all about concession. You have started it since last year, visiting the Sokoto, visit the Sultan, visit the bishop there, visit the imam there, then go to Katsina, same thing. Let people know. You school them into understanding.
And one thing, Paul, I think even the Southerners don't know what they want. I want to believe at this moment. Some are saying power must return to the South. Some are saying no. If it must be South, it must be Southeast. Some are saying no, it doesn't matter. Just South, anywhere, Southwest, South.
That is the argument of the Southwest.
And I've seen someone posting, a member of staff of this company posting on Facebook that, see, if power is coming to the South and it is not coming to the Southeast, it should not come at all. It should remain in the North.
The thing is that every region tries
with that kind of disagreement, you decide that you stand a chance.
Throw the primaries open. It's game of numbers. The man that gets
who has the capacity
to win and returns with the highest number of votes will be declared candidate of the party. Because it's all about winning the general election. It's not about zonal.
It's not about blackmailing one another.
You can't blackmail any other. The only region that has not produced aspirants is the Northwest, and all of us will understand.
Yeah.
But no zone can blackmail the other zone into submission. It's democracy. It's not in our constitution. This thing we are talking about zoning is an unwritten thing. It's just an understanding.
But it will guarantee peace.
Yes,
unity.
We tie it to peace and unity instead of us to tie it to development.
Exactly, and there is not even peace. You understand?
Peace.
Look at this classical example. President Muhammadu Buhari, who is on the 7th year, in the next 1 year, will be completing its 8th-year tenure.
He's from
the Northwest, and for the 8 years or for the 7 years over, has been Northwest has been the most hit in terms of crisis, violence,
they lost a lot of people, and
so we need to understand these things.
And the major part of the Northwest have been deserted. In Katsina, in Kebbi, in Zamfara was hit, and Kaduna is Kaduna still part of the Northwest. There was hit, and they have a president from the zone. It's not about guaranteeing peace, security. It's all about
development.
Tie it to development. I can assure you, Mr. Bodin, if a president that sprays development, economic development, not economic growth, because there's a difference between economic growth
and development. Sure.
Growth is only when one sector enjoys some certain level of movement, positive. But development is all-encompassing. Agriculture, industry,
manufacturing.
If the country is experiencing development, infrastructure spread around the country, regardless of zones. Railway, you can connect Port Harcourt to Abuja, Abuja to Lagos. You have a super highway from Abuja to Port Harcourt, from Abuja to Maiduguri, Abuja to Sokoto, Abuja to Lagos, without hassles. You can travel within 4 hours from Abuja by train, or 5 hours, you're in Lagos. I can assure you that nobody will be complaining.
Sure.
There will be peace and security. Nobody will want to know whether the president is from the east, from the north, from wherever, north or south. Nobody wants to know that one. If I'm getting the basics of life, I don't have any cause to worry about whether I have a president or the president is from my zone or not. That is what Nigeria should be concentrating their attention, their energy on. Not on this, you must come to this. That must not be.
It's offensive.
It's offensive. You can't say must. Are you going to cajole people on election day to voting for a particular candidate?
How many or how much of political advocacy have you done?
You have not done
to
it.
check voter apathy in the southeast?
You
how many
have
people
not
have
done
been
that one.
convinced to vote in even the southeast?
Look at the
Some of the
results.
son and daughter of the black states
the number
are
of
advocating for Biafra as we
yes.
speak. Remember, ANEC staff were killed during voter registration exercise.
Yes, and that is not good. And
The
you
same place I want presidency.
Yes. Go and check the record. The records are there. Total number of registered voters and the actual number of people that came out in 2015, in 2019. So that is why some politicians will say, look at some regions and say they are insignificant. Even if they lie, they shouldn't vote for me. I will count on the vote of other regions. So if you want this thing, you start advocacy early enough. 2 years to election, you start advocacy. You visit, you let people, you school people into reasoning with you that look, it is time. No, you don't use the word must, because it is not written anywhere in our constitution. It's an open game. And that is why no party want to take that risk.
Exactly.
Among the two major political parties, they won't take that risk.
They have to calculate.
They have to calculate
to capture power.
And it is the PDP that will set that will set that guideline or
pace.
That pace. It is PDP that will set that pace on 28, 29. I can bet you if PDP picks somebody from the southeast, APC will also pick a candidate from the southeast. And if PDP picks somebody from the southwest, APC will pick a candidate. And the reason why you will find more people from the northeast joining is because of Atiku. In case PDP decide to go the Atiku way, they will have a matching
aspirant or candidate.
Yes.
To checkmate Atiku.
Yes. So this issue of must that, it won't work.
It's politics.
It won't work, somebody.
All right, let's look at what we have on THISDAY newspaper. I think I have to come back to our sister publication, National Economy, much later. But let's look at issues related to each other. On the front page of THISDAY this morning, with over 30 billion naira from sale of farms, APC gets firepower for 2023 elections. With over 30 billion naira from sale of farms, APC gets firepower for 2023 elections. Funds may put party in vantage position against opposition. Paul, I also start from the right, like I did for leadership, that this money may put the ruling party APC in vantage position against the opposition.
The best story here is the rider. Vantage position.
So how true is that?
Yes.
Is that correct? Are you saying PDP cannot muster a war chest to the tune of 30 billion or more, whether through sale of form or not?
They cannot get 30 billion through sale of form.
I say whether sale of form or not.
They cannot, for now, they cannot, except they devise another means or maybe organize a fundraising event. 30 billion, because of course, the cost for the nomination form is quite, you know the difference, 45 million to 100 million. That's about 55 million difference. And you can check the percentage. So the difference is clear. So I think the APC try to be strategic in spite of the backlashes. They try to be strategic because perhaps they can also argue that, look, we don't want to touch public funds, unlike the parties in the past. And we have a president that does not dip his hand into public funds to fund political party. And he does not mandate his lieutenant to bring money. So let us generate the money we want to spend. They will have a fantastic argument. 30 billion put them in a pretty good vantage position. But you may have the money, but you might not be popular among the voters, among the electorate. So Nigerians will decide. And and also the quality of the candidate also matters. The quality of the candidate matters. The quality of argument put forward also matters.
Issues
will be discussed. So very soon now, after the end of this month, after May 31st, it will be all about issues. The issue of sales of form, zoning, whatever things of the past. It will be all about issues. Let us discuss power. What is the position of the APC on power? What is the position of APC on immigration? What is the position of APC on industrialization?
Security.
Security.
Economy.
On economy. That is what will be the hot issues, the topical issues to argue. Because I expect a candidate to have a position and his party that, look, this is what we stand for. This is our position. We are right wing, we are left wing, like that on this matter. We want to work on industrialization to discourage importation. We want to go for locally manufactured goods, especially vehicles. We love big vehicles, big cars in Nigeria. We want to patronize, we want to give opportunities to local manufacturers. Henceforth, under our watch, 70% of cars driven by government officials must be made in Nigeria. That is a position.
Policy statement.
Yeah, that is a policy statement.
But so far, have you said anything like this? You have just been saying declaration. I want to be president. I want to be president.
I want to be president. I want to be president.
Somebody says, I want to be president because this is my lifelong ambition. Is that what we need?
See, that is not good enough.
Somebody said, "Oh, I want to be president to continue Buhari's legacy." That is not what Nigerians will expect.
That is not what Nigerians. I think we have gone beyond that level. What would Nigerians want to see now is policy stand, policy statement. This is what I stand for, and I'm not going to change my policy, my stand. Like what this woman that just lost election in the Socialist Party in France. Everybody knew her stand.
Le Pen.
Yeah, Le Pen. Everybody knew what she stood for.
And they made a choice.
And you can see that the French people are started buying into her ideology.
The gap is not
it's reducing and she's gaining.
Yeah. And she has maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yes, and the party has hope. So our politicians and political parties need to have a stand, because there will be a lot of issues to be discussed after the primaries from June. It will be all about insecurity, economy, industrialization, importation, unemployment, small-scale business, etc., etc. You must have a stand that I want to reduce unemployment by XYZ%. We currently stand at 33%. I want to bring it down to 17.5. I want to bring down inflation from 14.5 or 15% to 7%. I want to ensure that Nigeria economy GDP grows by annually 2.5 or 5%. These are some of the things. And how do I achieve that? This power, infrastructure, this multiple taxation. No, we'll do away with this. This is what the system will bring in. We'll block leakages. These are some of the things Nigerians
make Nigerians don't understand.
Yes, not to come and organize one rally and be shouting APC, PDP,
ABGA,
ADC. Then you hear the slogan. That Nigerians.
But we also blame Nigerians. We also blame Nigerians for the situation we have found ourselves. We don't ask questions. We don't,
we do ask questions.
We don't hold leaders accountable. We are just disenchanted with what is happening. We don't even care.
Yes, a lot of people don't care. We are just a bunch of noisemakers.
Yes, exactly. Without action.
Yes, without action. We don't probe into our would-be leaders. We don't ask them. We try to ask them questions that make them that PR questions. When you were governor, your state record 28% unemployment rate throughout your 8 years as governor. What do you think? Are you sure you're not going to bring that style of governance into the federal level? You ask questions that will rattle some of them, so that they will take a stand. Not this one that you come and say, instead of you to talk about your own, you'll be running down, talking about PDP of 1999 to 2015. That era has gone. Because the focus now will be what APC did within the last 7 and 8 years. what has APC done within the last 7 to 8 years? Has Nigeria fared better under the APC administration? No, I think the APC candidate will have a lot to talk about.
All right, Paul. On that note, we need to go on a short break. When we come back, we have 2 more papers to dissect on the show this morning. Viewers, don't go away. We'll be back shortly.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Inside Nigeria, keeping you informed on what matters.
Welcome back. It's still Inside Nigeria for this Thursday morning, May 5, 2022. And of course, with me in the studio is still our in-house analyst, Paul Agbo, who has been helping us to dissect front page our stories. Now, let's go to the third newspaper on our menu this morning, the Blueprint. What do we have on the front page of Blueprint? As APC extends sale of nomination forms to May 10, Fayemi, Oshomole, Akabio, Badaru swell number of aspirants to 21. As APC extends sale of nomination forms to May 10, Fayemi, Oshomole, Akabio, Badaru swell number of aspirants to 21. Ekiti governor promises to end impunity. Jigawa governor says is most qualified. Akabio vows not to let Nigeria sink. Former Edo governor to tax the rich heavily. Nigeria won't regret electing me as president, according to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Women flood Akure Street for Yahaya Bello. Kick against zoning. And of course, the last rider to the story says APC will remain united after primaries, according to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Potpourri of stories on the front page of blueprint. And of course, you see the lead itself, APC presidential aspirants are now 21 in number.
Yes.
21.
And there will be more than 21 by the end of today. But Friday, it will also swell.
And now there is extension.
Yes, there's an extension.
So more,
they still have, today is May 5, they still have about 5 days.
More people must still throw their hearts into the ring. Now, does this now mean the more the merrier?
Yes,
the more the merrier.
The more the merrier, and everybody wants to be former presidential aspirant. Want to have that title as former presidential aspirant. I know we like title in this country. Some of them have started printing letterhead, and with complimentary card with the title former presidential aspirant. His Excellency.
Is that a position?
Presidential aspirant. You know, we love title in this country. Just aside, I think one thing that really caught my attention here is even the last rider.
Yes.
APC
will remain united after the primary. I don't want to believe that.
And I ask myself,
some people will protest.
Are you sure?
Some people will protest. All right, Paul, let me hold it on there. Somebody joining me from Lagos, Akitola Akinsanya, political strategist joining us from Lagos. Good morning, Mr. Akinsanya.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. It's very, very nice to join us this morning. Thank you very much for creating time. All right, Mr. Akinsanya, you saw we have on the front page of Blueprint this morning, Fayemi Oshomole Akpabio Badaru swear number of presidential aspirants to 21. What do you make of this story? 21 presidential aspirants in one political party. So far.
Game on. The first thing I would say is game on.
Too much?
And thank God.
Game on. Okay, game on.
And thank God APC has just extended the sales of form. That's amazing. But it's still game on. And like they always say in the political world, that the Maccabi dance is not going to end soon. So we're still going to see more more swelling. Maybe we're looking at 30. But like I said yesterday with a friend of mine who just arrived from the United States, that what is going on presently, to me, I think we shouldn't be afraid anymore about declarations or whoever is even declaring. We should be mindful of we understanding the state of the nation now. Marie Corey said something. He said we should not be afraid, and nothing in life should be afraid, but everything in life should be understood. So I think Nigerians right now needs to understand the state at which we are right now, the state of our nation as a country, and seeing how we can move forward. But we should not see all these as a big deal, because by the time we look at it now, speech will start coming out of this declaration of a thing, and boom, 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 4 years is gone. So that's how I see it.
All right, when you say game on, and now that you say you're happy that APC has also extended the sale and submission of the form, are you also interested? Will you pick a form for 100 million naira?
if my friend rallied around me bringing the 100 million naira, I will buy the form.
All right, Mr. Akinsanya, let me ask you straight for want of time. Now, people already are expressing reservation about this declaration for presidential seats. People are declaring to contest, but they are not coming out with concrete policy statement on what they will do for the country. You said in your opening statement that it is not about the number, it is about understanding the state of the nation. If you are to tell Nigerians, maybe you want to shortlist these people to say the first three, can you?
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Well, is anything going on there? Hello? 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 Hello?
Inside Nigeria, keeping you informed on what matters.
Yeah, welcome back. It's still Inside Nigeria for this Thursday morning, May 5, 2022. We apologize for that little glitch over there due to circumstances beyond our control. All right, we have to continue the discussion. I'm being joined by Mr. Akinsoya from Lagos, who has been speaking to us, a political strategist. Mr. Akinsoya, I don't know if you still remember the question I asked before we had that hitch.
Yes. You asked about.
All right, go ahead, sir.
You can hear me, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My interest in
So,
that what exactly are we now looking at as a nation going forward? Okay, so quickly, what I'm going to say is, like I said earlier, that we need to really understand what exactly the state of the nation, as in, instead of us being afraid of whoever is declaring and all that. But what I would say going forward is that as a nation, to me, I don't think, because we all desire the right candidate. We all desire the best candidate. But for me, I'm speaking for myself, looking at those who have declared so far, I don't have a candidate yet. I don't have a candidate yet. So that's what I'll say.
So I asked earlier that if you had to shortlist from this list we have, you saw on the front page of Blueprints, APC has 21 aspirants, presidential aspirants so far, 21, and PDP maybe above 10 so far. Now, if you have to shortlist 3 people you think they can pull this country out of the wood from 2023, give us names from your own estimation.
No, sir, if you look at it so far, your guest was talking about policy statements. And how do we understand policy statements? We understand policy statements from the policy framework of the policy statements, so to say, or so to speak. For me, can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you look at it so far, all the people that have declared from APC to PDP, and by the way, I'm an APC member, but if you look at the people that have declared so far from APC and PDP, I'm speaking for myself. There is nothing different from whoever declared from Party A or Party B. There is nothing different from even the things they say when they were declaring. Well, I mean, there is nothing different so far. I mean, in my 30-something years of being born in this country, I've not seen anything so different from all the things the people that have declared so far have said. There is nothing totally different from the trajectory that we are as a nation. So for me, I'm speaking for myself. We don't have the candidate yet from all the people that have declared so far. Maybe as time goes on, but for now, I don't think there's anything totally different from what we have been seeing so far as a nation, even from the advent of our democratic system as a nation. I don't think there's anything spectacular, anything different at all.
We have run out of time, Mr. Akinsoya. Many thanks to you for creating time to join us and for your invaluable contribution this morning. We hope to see more of you whenever the need arises. Thank you, Mr. Akinsoya is a political strategist, and he joined us live from Lagos. Also, many thanks to Paul Agbo, leadership in-house analyst, for joining me earlier for the newspaper review segment. On that note, we come to the end of today's edition of Inside Nigeria. My name remains Bode Gbadebo. Make a day's to work with us tomorrow. For the Friday edition, we are Winifred Obebo will be holding forth. For now, it's bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.